Kupang right now.
Yeah. And Rizky, you just came from Kupang?
Yeah, I just came from Kupang. I just arrived in Ende yesterday.
Yeah.
The day before.
Yeah.
Thurs Thursday.
And what's it like in Kupang at the moment? Has much changed since the coronavirus issue came?
I think the coronavirus here bad right now. Is that right, Iki? It's like
Yeah, but I think people are not really as scared as before, as the first
mm,
time
yeah,
coronavirus hurt to be
Yeah.
because people are now start getting with the new normal kind of things. So
Okay.
they're- yeah, we're actually doing everything. We're actually try to come back to normal, but
Wow.
some people, well, they're just gathering without the using the proper proper health protocol
Yeah.
as suggested by the government. But that's just crazy. Everything in Kupang right now.
So what are the health and what's the health advice? What do they say?
Oh yeah, to wear mask, to wear mask.
yeah.
Sorry, to wear mask, and then if you go out, you have to put your mask on, and then
Mm-mm.
don't forget to maintain the social distancing
Yeah.
and everything like that. So, but every in Kupang, what I saw so far is in every Saturday night, people are going out, and
Yeah.
then some people are not using their mask, and then
Sure.
they don't maintain the social distancing. There's like a park, the roundabout. People
Yeah.
are used to hanging out there because the lightning, and then that's pretty cool. There's the
Yeah.
lightning and everything, so it's kind of like
Sure.
enjoy, very chill there. And so people every Saturday night they're hanging out there, but they don't just follow the protocol,
Yeah.
the health.
And are there many, do they report how many cases there are every day?
Oh no, not really, but in Kupang I think that we don't really have many cases right now.
Okay.
Just like 9 at the moment.
Yeah. And okay. And Arini, so you said before you're in isolation, is it? Or what's your experience?
Oh my God, that's very boring.
Yeah, very boring. Yeah.
hmm We just stay at home, not many things to do. Just like, uh, well, I can't meet my friends. Until right now too, I can't meet my friends and can't hang out together. Can do activity in our organization like on Saturday, just like that. So it's very just like I am. I don't like that. I really don't like the isolation here.
Yeah. And is it hard to do self isolation in Kupang? I mean, I know that the bemos get very full normally and things like that. And so how is that possible to do self isolation when going around?
Yeah. Uh, for new normal, I ever just like go to other place with Bemo, and it's
Yeah.
not like normal before the COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's still full, but not really full in the Bemo,
Okay.
and it's just like not really many Bemo, just like they operate. Yeah, just like not many driver of Bemo
Yeah.
try to find passengers, and they just like they go home early. It's not like
Yeah.
usually
Okay.
they go home at 9 p.m. But
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
now, no.
So the bemos changed a lot then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but actually what's good is that I noticed in Kupang that there are a lot of shops or a lot of public places that
Yep.
are not allowed you to enter their property if you are not wearing mask. So that's
Yeah.
very restrict, which is I think
Sure.
really good, really really
Yeah.
really really good. If you don't
Yeah.
wear
Yeah.
mask,
Yeah.
you cannot
Yeah.
enter the property, which is
Yeah.
really nice. Yeah,
Oh,
and
good. Good.
they're really restrict with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, Rizky, you just caught a 16-hour ferry to Ende, island of Ende. And so you said there's no COVID on Ende at the moment.
Yeah, no COVID in the Ende right now. No new cases.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good. Yeah.
And so, what do you think is going to happen like as we go on?
Well,
Mm, I think yes, it's depend on the condition. That's from me
Yeah.
because we don't know or we are not sure about the future of pandemic.
Yeah.
It's just like it's not. Yeah, we have no idea for this
Yeah.
in the future.
yeah.
And have you
But I
have
think
you
as long as we don't invented the coronavirus,
Mm-mm.
the cure for the coronavirus. I think that's we're
Yeah,
gonna live it in the uncertain
yeah.
yeah,
lives.
Yeah.
It's just hard to predict what's going to happen in the
Mm-mm.
near future. But I think if we really obey if we really stick to the health protocol, I think we're gonna be we're gonna be good. We're gonna
Yeah.
go through this, but we just cannot control everything and everyone. So
Sure.
at least we
yeah.
just control ourselves.
Yeah.
And has there been do you know much about the economic impact from this? In Australia, the news always talks about the economic impact. So what do you guys think about that?
In Kupang, not really happens like many people lose their job, no, but they
Okay.
stay at home. And economic, yeah, I think everyone had that, and everyone faced problem, not only in Kupang, but maybe in Jakarta too.
Yeah.
So many places.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And Rizky, what do you think?
I just haven't heard about so many the economic impact. Of course, of course one of the field that have been affected by this coronavirus, but I don't really follow the
Yeah.
whole new informations about the nation's economic growth. But
Yeah.
but I think in end everything is really really good right now. People are
Oh,
just
good.
Yeah.
doing their things.
Yeah, that's good. It's
Yeah,
good
and
that
what
they can.
Mm-mm. Yeah, in East Nusa Tenggara, it's like yeah, not many people lose their job, but like it's not like in Jakarta. My friend told me like, if in Jakarta, many people lose their job and just like they stay at
Yeah.
home without
yeah
earn money, and you imagine how poor their life right now.
Mm. And
yeah
have you
maybe
guys? Oh, what?
because in probably because in East Nusa Tenggara we don't really have many cases right now. So
Yeah,
Sure.
everything start reopening, and then people are start recovering from what's been left before, and then they try to fix everything.
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah. So so you say things starting to reopen in say Kupang. So was there a time where everything closed? Was there a real lockdown?
In Kupang,
Yeah. In Kupang in NTT, was there like a hard lockdown?
not really hard lockdown, but some shops are really closed.
Yeah.
They're like putting the informations that they're not gonna reopen until the whole COVID is done.
Oh.
There are several, yeah. There are also several rumah makan, like
Yep.
warung.
yeah,
Yeah, that closed. Near my house, there are like 3 warung that closed.
Yeah.
They don't open until the COVID. But now, since the new normal, and then the cases in Kupang is not there's not so many cases in Kupang now. They start reopening it again.
Okay. That's good. So so a lot of people getting tested in Kupang. Do you know? Has there been much about that?
I don't think so many people are getting tested in Kupang. Well, that's
Okay.
kind of like, yeah, that's probably the one of the problems right now. But
Do you think is it easy to get tested? How do you get tested? I mean, do they have places to go?
yeah, we have several hospitals in Kupang that are uh, that are able to do the
Yeah.
rapid test,
Yep.
the whole tested. Yeah. So
Okay.
the swab and then the swab and then rapid. But I think
Yeah.
the rapid took 150,000 rupiah.
You have to pay?
Yeah, we have to pay.
Oh, okay. So they think that makes it difficult for a lot of people to get tested, don't you think?
Yeah, that's what I saw from the advertisement. There's
Yeah.
because one of the advertisement is from the you not the how do you say swasta.
Swasta. Yeah, it is depends on the
Not it's
hospital.
it's
So
like
just
a
like
private hospital.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
private hospital.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Kartini. Oh no, Leona Hospital. That's yeah, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Leona
And Siloam too.
Hospital we
Yeah.
must pay 150 rupiahs, while in Johannes Hospital around 30, no, 300, if
Mm.
I'm not wrong.
Are there any public hospitals that do it for free?
Around that
Yeah.
around that amount of
What?
money.
Are there any public hospitals that do it for free? Or everywhere you pay just depends on the price?
No, I don't know about that because I
Yeah. Okay.
haven't really survived to that information. But I
Yeah.
think they just like like a normal swab test or a rapid test.
Yeah, okay. And do you think if there's a lot of people in Kupang that can't afford the test?
And I don't know. I think if people are really get tested if they feel like the symptoms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
if they think if they don't have the symptoms, I think many people in Kupang not really getting tested because it's just
Yeah.
like a waste of money.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
yeah.
Interesting. And have you heard much about the international news? Have you heard about Australia? What's happening in Australia?
Well,
Yeah, I, hmm?
Okay, Arini, what did you say?
Uh, okay, just like from my friend, my friend just like she told me if in Australia it's like new normal and they go to the office twice a week,
Okay.
and the gym is reopen again.
Yeah.
So like meeting reopen again.
So where are they from? Which city?
Um, Perth. What
Yeah.
else? Yeah, maybe a
Canberra.
Perth and Canberra too.
Canberra. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a friend of mine. He's from Canberra and work for the government. I think he
Okay.
yeah, he said that they're going like they do the shifting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the changing schedules. So half
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-mm.
I think he said half of the officers go and then half of them is work from home and then
Okay.
in tomorrow they're just
Mm-mm.
changing the shift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you feel not good, then you are able you should work at home.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So
not allowed to go to the office.
It's interesting at the moment because in different places it's different situation. Have you heard about Melbourne recently?
Yeah, that's what I want to say. That's what I heard.
mm,
Yeah, so Melbourne is back down to lockdown.
They're starting their lockdown again. Is it?
Yeah, they've locked down again for 2 weeks. Yeah, so yesterday they had 400
new cases or more than 400 new
Wow.
cases of.
coronavirus in Melbourne. So they're locked down. They had last few days, last 3 or 4 days, I think they had 300, 400 new cases per day. So they're locked down. And Sydney, I'm in Sydney, so Sydney have I think 10 to 13 cases or something like that per day, last couple of days. But things are kind of open still, but the government's saying you should be careful, maybe wear a mask or something like that. They're not saying you have to wear a mask, but they're saying maybe you should wear a mask if you can't social distance. But I think Perth is really good at the moment. Brisbane is not too bad, or Queensland, and a couple of other states are doing all right. But Melbourne's the trouble area at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Melbourne is just like almost like big city, right?
Well, it's a big city. I mean, Sydney is a big city too. They're very similar size, but I think it's just a bit of bad luck, I guess. So it just takes one or two cases to go into the community without people knowing, and then when they realized it was already going getting spread, so then they decide to lock down again. So I think what they're saying is very contagious. So it can spread very quickly if somebody has it, it can spread very quickly. So yeah, and so now New South Wales and Victoria, they lock the border, so you can't visit. Victorians can't go into other states to try and contain it. Yeah, yeah. So it's very interesting to chat with you guys about this because it's I think when we're in self-isolation, or maybe in Sydney, from my perspective, I look at the news and it's always about Sydney, always about Australia. So it's good to know what's happening in other places.
Yeah.
And how about school there in Australia? So like they
Yeah.
open or still work learn from home?
Yeah, so in New South Wales, they're back to school. Back to school. In Victoria, they're back to learning online.
So they learn online again. But I think that there's some exceptions. I think in Victoria, maybe year 12 or senior high school.
Kids can go, but I'm not sure about that. But most students in Victoria, in Melbourne, are back to learning online. Sydney, they're back to school. With uni, in Melbourne, uni's locked down the same, well, at least for the next few weeks. But it's kind of, I think most unis have a bit of a break at the moment. In Australia, I think it's a bit unknown. So a lot of some teaching will start in a few weeks or in a month or two. Maybe I think my uni starts in end of August, and so they're back to
On campus and online. I think it's kind of like a bit of
it's a bit of what the teacher feels comfortable with. Really, they're saying if you have the lesson on campus, they will give you a big room, make sure everybody has enough space, social distance, that kind of stuff. So it's interesting, Rivaldy, when you ask. So Rivaldy, I can see you're listening. When will they reopen the border between say New South Wales and Victoria? We don't know. So a few weeks ago, I think it's about 4 weeks ago, say, for example, South Australia had locked the border to all of the other states. And they said, we're going to open the border again to New South Wales and Queensland and Victoria. But then Victoria had another outbreak, and so South Australia changed its mind. Queensland closed its borders to most of the states, including New South Wales. So Queensland closed the New South Wales border. And I think 1 or 2 weeks ago, they were going to reopen the borders again. And they did open it for New South Wales, but not for Victorians. So if you're driving to Queensland and you have a car from Victoria, they will stop you and tell you to go back. Yeah. So it's really interesting because Australia, you can, in normal times, you can go all around. It's like one country. You can drive wherever you want, but and the states don't really. I think in everyday life, the states don't really become very obvious that there's even borders. But suddenly, because of this, there's borders, there's police and army people on the borders, stopping cars, checking cars, asking questions. Yeah, Rivaldy, you asked about international students to study there next year. So this is a big question mark, I think. So I heard that they're starting to talk about allowing students to come back, I guess, if they do quarantine. But I think that's nothing confirmed there. Yeah. So who knows? The universities have lost revenue, I guess, from international students' fees, and the government's cut funding again for unis. So the universities are starting to actually fire a lot of people, a lot of staff. So a lot of teachers and a lot of admin staff at universities are losing their jobs. So So it's not a good situation. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bit. I think the politicians also don't know. Like they plan to open the borders, but then next week something happens, so they just change their mind because of the cases. Yeah, so it's a bit of a tricky one.
So just like it depends on the condition, right?
Yeah, and it might be this, like you say, Arini, the new normal until they get a vaccine.
Yeah, until they
Oh,
get a.
Yeah. So who knows?
yeah.
But,
And just like,
yeah.
mm-mm,
No. Ask.
yeah.
What you say?
I just like about airport. This is like
Yeah.
my friend told me if the international airport in Australia will reopen next year, right?
Yeah.
2021.
Probably. Let's hope so. So I think Qantas, they don't have any international flights at the moment. And the Qantas yesterday, the last 747 to take off left yesterday. So now Qantas, they don't have any more 747s anymore. So yeah, it's hard. I think the government here is talking about before the Victoria outbreak again, they're talking about creating open travel to some countries, for example, New Zealand. And so New Zealand, Australia are talking about maybe they open the borders and you can fly between Australia and New Zealand. And I don't know, maybe New Zealand's like, Victoria, maybe not Victoria. So, but so they're talking about that. And maybe there's some Pacific islands. If Australia is good and the cases go down, maybe there's some Pacific islands you can visit. So it'll be country by country, I think, with international flights. But that's just from what I can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think the police in Australia is really restrict about the mask?
Yeah, so this is interesting. So in Australia, the government has not said you must wear a mask, except in Victoria, in Melbourne, and it actually starts today. So today is the first day where if you're in Melbourne and you don't have a mask, the police can give you a $200 fine.
All right.
Okay.
And so we'll see. I'll watch the news later tonight, and I'll tell you. If the police got really strict or.
Yeah, because in my hometown, the police will give you a ticket, and you have to pay like 100. Oh no, 250,000 rupias. So it's like the same amount if you don't wear a helmet.
Wow. So that they're actually giving people fines if you don't have a mask. Is that in Kupang?
No, in Ende.
Oh,
That's what I
Ende.
heard. Because when I arrived here, and then all the people are start to telling me that you don't forget to wear your mask, or otherwise the police will give you the ticket and you have to pay 250.
No.
And like literally everyone reminds me of that, and that's what I think like, wow, everyone reminds everyone here, and that's really good. That's a good thing. I don't know. It's just like the neighborhood, and in my neighborhood they just keep reminding me to use that.
And you have a mask?
Yeah, I have a mask but I'm not wearing it now because I'm all by myself right now.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a beautiful place.
It's good that you show us that in case the police watch this video.
Yeah.
That's kidding. Rivaldy asked another question.
Yeah, so Rivaldy, so Australia and like New Zealand still, but Australia was also good at combating coronavirus. All around Australia, there were lockdowns and restrictions. You had to stay in a house, and you could only go out for 4 reasons: exercise, or to buy food, or to go to the doctor, or to go to work. If your work was open, and they said if you can work from home, you work from home. And so in Victoria, there's an investigation onto what happened, but they think that some people, there was always a little bit of coronavirus happening, but not too bad. But they think that, and this is not, don't quote me on this because you should watch the news if you want to find it. But what I saw is that so people come back from overseas, they have to go into hotel quarantine, and so they have to stay in a hotel for 14 days. And the government hires a security company to make sure people don't do the wrong thing. But the problem is there's an issue around privatization and subcontracting. So allegedly, I don't know if it's true, there's an investigation, but people are saying the security company hired another security company and maybe hired another security company, and the security guards that went to the hotel to be the security, they were not trained. They don't have enough training, and maybe they don't have enough equipment. And because of this, maybe allegedly, the virus got out of the hotel quarantine and into the community, and the government. It took a while before the government realized that it was spreading. So when they realized it's spreading, they started to do lockdowns again. And the curve was like going down, and then it's gone back up, but now it's kind of flat. And hopefully it goes down soon.
Arini, like you said, being in isolation is boring.
Yeah.
People don't like it. So hopefully it's going to be over soon.
Yeah. Firstly, I enjoyed it, just like enjoy my time home. But oh my God, this is almost more than 3 months. We just stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, imagine it. So for me right now, isolation is very, very boring.
Yeah. Could, I mean, I don't know if you're already meeting people on Unibridge rooms, but that's a good thing I guess you can do. I can work from home with my work, but also I'm trying to think of some video or some kind of activities that I can do by myself or at home. Yeah, even though it's a bit more open now in Sydney. But and in Sydney, the government hasn't said that you have to wear masks in Sydney. But maybe about 1 week ago, they said no, you don't need to wear masks. 2 days ago, they said maybe you should wear masks. So I bought some masks, and because maybe next week they will say you must wear masks, and I need to have them on.
Yeah.
So you can change quickly.
Yeah, just like the situation, I'm just like change. So just like it depends on the condition there. The rules change every time.
Exactly. Yeah. So might wrap it up. Thanks so much for coming on. It's good to see you guys again. Even though Rivaldy, I don't know, got a good connection or something. Yeah, I hope you guys stay safe and get through this. And we'll have to chat soon.
Okay, you too.
Yeah.
Stay safe there, and Iki, you too stay safe there. All of us will stay. Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay, thanks guys. And if you want to catch up and chat again, let me know because I have free time.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just send me a message on Facebook. Hey?
Yeah, since the Unibridge with with the Aya things and then do the flex.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good program because that's gonna kill sometimes. We our isolations is just getting better. We learn so many new things from that flex.
Yeah.
That's
So
really good.
have you been on the flex much?
Yeah, I've been like a lot of times.
Good.
Most of the times I join the flex.
Yeah. And you think it's useful?
Yeah, I think that's really useful.
Nice. And what about you, Arini?
Isolations, learn new things, so many new things.
Yeah.
Okay, I joined Flex too some weeks ago, but I just like yesterday. I mean last week I have just like activity with my family here, so just like I postpone until right now. I didn't join Flex anymore, and when I just like Rizky, it will be just on Sunday, right? Or not on Wednesday anymore, right? Just one time a week. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
so you can do the flex is good, but you can also meet other people to do one-on-one as well.
Yeah.
meet new friends from Australia too, and not only in Australia, not only in Kupang, but other places in
Yeah.
Indonesia like Jakarta, Jakarta,
Yeah.
so
That's
many
yeah.
places.
Good. Good. Great. Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay then. Thanks very much. I got to go. But
All
yeah,
right.
we
Hmm?
should chat more
Talk
often.
to you
Take
later.
it easy.
Bye.
See you guys.
Yeah. Bye. See
Bye.
ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
So thanks for listening. That's us sharing our experiences from an Australian perspective, from an Indonesian's perspective about COVID-19 and the changes that have happened around us. Please leave your experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think. And also feel free to check out UniBridge Project on our website, universitybridgeproject.org. We're building a community of Australians and Indonesians who connect regularly and use online technologies to learn languages and to understand each other's society and culture. And this has been going on for quite a while, since 2012. So check us out. Links in the description. See you guys.